Let's move on to the next clause. What we have is, okay, now we have an update statement. So let me first walk us through the syntax. Update table name, then you need to provide set, like whatever value you would like to update in that particular column. So let's say column 1 equals to value 1, column 2 equals to value 2 for n, and where condition, so that you do not update the whole table but update certain parts of it. Now let me just quickly check. So if all of us remember, yesterday we have this table, we have created this table called student, right? We're going to use this for this particular activity. And before updating any records, let's check what's in there. Excuse me. Yeah. This is the record set that we have as of now. Now let's say we would like to update student set. I'd say let's update name. This null is not looking good to me. Set name equals to let's take any name such as Bobby or Bob. Let's take Bob. Set name equals to Bob, where roll number equals to 4. Let's see how does it work. One row affected. Let's see what was the result of that. So now we have Bob here. I hope we are clear with this. Actually, let me insert another record. Do we have any duplicate records? No, right? Let's enter another record. Insert into student. Let's go with this. So now we have duplicate records. Perfect. And has anyone has any doubts in update statement? How to do, what to do, why to do? These 3 questions. No one has. Okay. Quick question. Let me say, now I would like to update the age of Bob. Can you show example of multiple field updates? Sure, we can do that as well. Let's say you would like to update, this seems like multiple fields is this, right? But because of roll number, this is unique. I'll go with, I'll change the age of Bhargav to 22. Age equals to 22, where name is equal to Bhargav. So now age of Bhargav has been changed to 22. In this particular case, we have updated multiple records at the same time. You can provide where condition in all the possible manners. So moving forward, we'll be studying about, let's say, between clause. And it would be something like where roll number between 1 and 4. Let's say we update age of all these roll number 1, 2, 3, 4 to 18. Let's do that. So this is how you can use any number of where conditions. Select a particular sample space of a table which you would like to update, and then set the one column or multiple columns at the time and update the values. It's not limited to like what that there is an only certain number of limited records you can update or certain number of fields you can update at a time. You can update whole table at a time as well. But I would highly not suggest that, because there would no single scenario where you would like to update the whole table, unless and until there is one column that you have added and you would like to set a default value to all the records for that particular column. Then you can just update a particular command. Let's say we haven't went through alter yet. Once we go to alter command, then I'll let you know. I think we will have it right after this. So we are done with update. Then we have a delete statement, right? Delete from table EID where condition this. Let's try this. How does it look like? So always remember, table EID means any table name where condition is where condition, and then delete from table name where condition. Then let's say delete from student where, which record we should delete. Let's delete these duplicate entries. But okay, let's not take duplicate entries as of now. Let's delete this one, 33,000, where our number is equal to 33,000. As simple as that. Any doubts in this? Can you show example? Can we use between in delete statement? Yes, we can use between. Okay, let me give you there are number between, let's say, 2 and 3. So it will now just delete these two records, right? 2 rows affected. Let's move on to the next clause. And we have alter table. Yes. Finally, we reached alter table, and then I'll tell you now how we can use update statement on the whole table for a particular column. Let's say alter table. The syntax is alter table name. You can use add keyword, then the column name and the data type you need to provide, whichever column you would like to provide. Add in an existing table. Then there is alter table drop column name if you would like to delete a column. So instead of using delete keyword, you will use drop keyword to delete a column from an existing table. In order to add a column, we need to use add keyword. And in order to, you can say, edit or change an existing column data type or the column name or something like that, you need to use alter keyword instead of edit or something like that. Please keep in mind there is modify keyword also, and it has a different use. Now let's say we have to alter. Let's alter class. Alter table student, and let's say add class, and data type, let's give char 3. Let's run it. If you will see, a new column has been added here with the name class and null. Now let's say by mistake you have added this column. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to again alter table command, write the table name, and this time we will drop column class. So the column that we have added by mistake, now we have deleted also. So using this command, you can delete a column, an existing column, and using this command, you can create a column. So now we have created that column again. Now let's say you would like to update, let's say all of these students who are there, let's say Kapil, Bob, Bhargav, studies in, let's say 8th standard. Then what we can simply do is update student and set class equals to 8th standard. Let's say 8th, we will say. Let's see if you see here, if you notice, we haven't provided any where clause here. What it's gonna do is it's gonna go to student table and update the whole class column with value 8. Since we haven't provided any where condition, it's gonna update it for all the records in that particular table. Let's see how it works. We'll see 4 rows affected, and here we have 8 for everything. I hope char field default value is null. Yes, I mean not just char field, any field. So let's do another exercise. Instead of class, let's go with marks, and we will provide int. So we will see by default this is null. I hope that answers Satish's question. Now Bhargav is asking me, so delete is for deleting rows and alter is for deleting column. Perfect. I mean alter, drop column is for deleting columns, and delete is for deleting a record set. Correct. That's how it is. Within alter, you have 3 options: add to add a column, drop column to delete a column, and then alter column, or what was it? Alter column. Yes, alter column to modify and to basically not. I'll not use the word modify. I'll use the word to change a data type of an existing column or the name. It could be any. There are certain different ways also you can do that. I'd say I'll show you later in the classes. No shortcuts as of now. Yeah. Any other question on alter or update or delete? Anything we would like to experiment or would like to know? Nothing? Awesome. Let's move on to drop. We will drop at the end. Makes sense, right? Because if I delete the, I can show you the drop database, but I'm not going to show you the drop table as of now because we're going to need it for some more experiments. So let's go ahead and delete the database, the whole database itself. Drop database. We created this database yesterday, right? Tutort DB. And it does not have any tables. We're gonna go ahead and delete with this particular database. Drop database DB name. Now let's hit refresh. That database is gone. So you can use the drop command in order to delete a table or delete a database itself. Right now I've showed you how to delete a database. Later at the end of this experiment, we will show you how to delete the whole table as well. It's as simple as drop table name. That's it. And the whole table will be gone along with the schema. Now the difference between truncate and this drop table, sorry, actually I would say delete command. Can you tell me, is there any kind, actually you're not aware of truncate, right? Is anyone aware of truncate command? Anyone? Truncate clear contents. Deletes schema as well. That's not true. Right now we showcased, right, that delete command deletes a certain set of records with when it is used with where condition. So it does not delete schema. That's incorrect, Bhargav. Truncate clears content, that makes sense. But what are you saying, that truncate does not clear the schema or does not delete the schema, or what is it? Priyanshu is saying to minimize the data using. Okay. Those all are very close to the real answer. I'll show you why and how delete and truncate are related to each other. So we all are aware like delete can be used with respect to a certain records or the whole table itself. But the way truncate table is used, I'd say, just a second. Which table can be truncate? Shall I go ahead and delete this one or show you on some other one? This is what I'm thinking. Okay, let's go ahead and delete this one. So truncate table student. First, let's see what's there in the student. This is what is there in the student. Now, when we use truncate command, Bhargav, it's gonna delete all the records inside the table, but the schema will persist. Schema will be there as well. It's gonna delete everything inside the table. All records are gone, but the schema remains. And that's how the truncate works. Now, this truncate command is similar to, I'd say, delete command without any where clause. That essentially does the same thing. And I'm going to show you right now how and why it is. Insert into student values. Let's add roll number as 1. Name as, let's say, Mark. Age 12. Class 8. And let's say here's 76 marks. And that's another record for Bob. Okay. Now the truncate table deletes all the record, but what if we use, instead of truncate, we use delete. And if you will see here, delete from table name, and then the where condition is supposed to be provided, but we're not gonna provide where condition this particular. Let's see what happens. And it inherently returns the same result, correct? Both truncate command and delete command without any where clause does the same thing, deletes all the records within a table, but does not uh, make any changes to the schema as well itself. Schema persists and there is no change in the schema, but the records are all gone in both the cases. Now, can anyone tell me what is the difference between them? In which case we will use truncate and in which case we will use delete? I mean, why not? Why we should use truncate? Why cannot we just use delete command and go ahead with it? Any guesses? No, no worries. I'll tell you. So what happens is truncate will delete whole table. We can be specific with delete. That's correct. That's correct. But I'm asking you, Bhargav, is let's say why to use truncate? Why just not use delete without where clause? Delete without where clause is gonna essentially do the same thing as truncate, right? Just now we have seen that. So why are we gonna use truncate is what I was asking. So let's say efficiency. Yes, that's correct. It's Satish, that's correct, efficiency. But the way to provide efficiency is, let's say I tell you that, hey, you need to, there is this one page that you have written over the notebook, and now you need to erase everything on that page. Okay. And then I tell you, you need to erase line by line. You cannot delete or erase the second line on the notebook on that particular page without removing the first line. Then what do you think, which method will be the fastest? When I command you to delete, erase everything on that page, or I ask you to erase line by line? I think we all know that first one is going to be the more efficient method, because in that you do not have any restriction. You just need to erase everything, and you can go in any haphazard manner and just get rid of everything that's written on that particular page. And that is the kind of efficiency we are talking about with truncate table. When we are using truncate table, we are telling SQL query engine essentially that, hey, we would like to get rid of everything within that table, just keep the schema and delete everything. So it's gonna work faster than a delete command, because when we run a delete command, what it do is, although we do not provide any where condition as the clause with the delete command, but it's still gonna delete line by line, record by record, and it will be slower than as compared to the truncate command. Hence, we prefer, whenever we have to delete all the records, we prefer truncate over delete, and we do not use a delete command with all the records. So that was it for truncate. Then we have a commit and rollback. Can we change length of the column using alter? Yes, we can do that. So what was the length of class? We can see that, right? Length of class was char 3. Let's make it char 5. And which one we are talking about? This one, right? Alter table, table name, alter column. Alter table student. Alter column. Class char 5. So right now, if you will see, class is character 3 nullable. Now when we execute this, and refreshes this, this will become character 5. I hope Satish this answers your question. Awesome. Moving on. A drop table, I'm going to do it at the end. And let's move on to commit and rollback. The reason why we use commit and rollback, anyone knows? Okay, I'll tell you. So the way we use commit and rollback is basically, let's say when you are sure, let's say you're writing a transaction in the database record, but you would like to have a failover mechanism. Let's say in case either I would like to write all the 10 records to the, someone is saying something, saving changes after doing certain operations. Correct. That's correct, Bhaga. So let's say there is a condition that I've told you that either you write all the 10 records to the system or you do not write any records at all. So in such cases, you use commit and rollback, where at the end of the 10 records, when you're done writing to the database, you write a commit statement and that's it. Or you do the rollback in case if that operation does not succeed. So it's as simple as that. And you just need to use the commit word and the rollback. There are certain conditions that you can use, like with no lock, with lock. But yeah, that's not we're going to discuss as of now. It's as simple as commit and rollback. We're gonna use it in the later sessions where we'll be writing stored procedures and some SQL scripts.